Hey, welcome back to Little Shop of Nerds. I'm Mike.
I'm Julia.
What's today's hint, Jules?
So today's hint is going to be college.
Today we are going to be talking about the movie that just came out this year called Roommates, starring Adam Sandler's daughter. Was it
Sadie.
Sadie? And I forget the other.
Her name's like Chloe East or something like that.
I don't know. Like I said, new actors. I don't.
Yeah. I did look up the ages of them. So Sadie Sandler is actually 20, which is fairly
College age.
yeah, and then the other girl was 25 or is 25.
The blonde chick?
Yes. Doesn't look 25, but she's 25. Yeah, so like Mike said, this is a movie starring Adam Sandler's oldest daughter, Sadie Sandler.
And he's not even in this movie.
Neither is his wife.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just Sadie Sandler, and it was produced by Adam Sandler's production company, though, and he was a producer for this show, or for this movie, I should say. And basically, it's about this girl named Devin, who has no friends at high school. She made no friends in high school. She made no friends in middle school. She thought she had friends in high school, but then it turned out that they really weren't her friends. And to be honest, that kind of hit me in the feels a little bit because that's how I felt in high school. Was like I had no friends. So she decides that she's going to reinvent herself when she goes to college.
And that's true. Now, this had a lot of people in it, and like I said, even had that, I forget her. She's a comedian. She was in, she's been on SNL, Not My Soap Mitzvah. She played the
rabbi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, like Sarah something, I think.
Yeah, let me...
Mike's looking it up real quick.
If I can...
Oh,
yeah, Sarah Sherman?
Okay, so Sarah Sherman.
Yeah, and I have to say, Sarah does have this, like, her whole outfit, her hair and stuff gives you, like, 80s mom vibe.
Yeah, she was actually the narrator. Because it starts off with these two roommates at this college fighting about, because if you guys have ever been to college and if you've ever had roommates, you know that you are bound to have arguments with your roommate. My college roommate, I got into a fight with. Like, I'm talking like a knockdown, drag out fight.
Well, I think
and she had to move out.
I think the first college I went to, the roommates I didn't have a problem with. We were actually nice, good buds. We were on good terms. The last one, I had 3 roommates. 2 of the guys were good. They were fine. Didn't clean, but I didn't mind that. I wasn't much of a cleaner either. But the one guy we had, I forget his name, I'm not going to say his name, but he was a dick. Musclehead dick.
Yeah. So, like the movie starts off with them fighting, and
oh no, it started off with 2 college girls fighting.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not Devin.
Yes, I said 2 college girls fighting.
Whatever.
So these 2 girls are fighting. They're roommates, and they get pulled into this professor's office, which is played by Sarah Sherman. And
with her dog that's really bald.
I love that dog so much. I wanted to pet it. It was so cute. And all dogs are cute, Mike. Just like all cats are cute, even the naked ones.
So you would have a bald cat?
Yes.
Okay.
I would take a Sphynx cat. Yes.
Okay, if I had a Sphynx cat, right, and it had like big ears, I know what I'd name it. If it was a boy.
Do not say Dobby.
Yes. Come on.
Anyways, so she's trying to get them to like reconcile, because it's only at this point, she said it was only October, and they had been living together since like September or August, September, and So then she tells the story about Devin and her roommate. So then that's when we meet Devin. We find out that she doesn't have any friends. She wants to and she wants to like she wanted to get a best friend, and her brother, who is a closeted gay guy, which we don't find out until much later. But he's like, I thought I was your best friend, and they're like outside smoking pot.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? They got like what her dad is Nick Roll. You might know him from that show Big Mouth. He pretty much played the hormonal monster and
I
stuff.
mean, I've never watched that.
I watched a few episodes.
Yeah.
Too much dick and pussy jokes.
Yeah.
No offense to people who likes that. And like I said, he plays the dad very well because he does act like a dad. Like, not understanding the lingo and stuff. I was like...
Yeah. So, Devin ends up going to freshman orientation, which was just kind of like a little 2 or 3 day, like, camping trip type deal. And she's unable to make friends until she meets Celeste. So, her and Celeste actually start to become friends over the weekend, or over that time. And Devin asks her, hey, do you want to be my roommate at, when we get to college? And she's like, yeah. So then, from what it says is that they text, like, the way that it was kind of framed was like, there was like this really lesbian-esque type relationship going on between them. But there's not. It was just kind of like framed that way.
Mm-hmm.
But like they were texting every day, and then you just see, and then Celeste just stops texting, and then you see like a part of Devin's phone where you just see her just sending all these text messages with no reply, and then she gets to the dorm and no one's there. She's by herself, so she starts to feel sad. Then Celeste comes running out of the bathroom. And then they, reunite, they hug it out, and it looks like that they're becoming, they look like they're friends. And so then this is where stuff starts to go downhill. Because Devin likes to go to bed at 10. Celeste doesn't go to bed till 3. They become friends with the 2 girls across the hallway from them.
Yep.
I can't remember their names.
Just say girl 1 and girl 2.
Yeah, so we'll go with girl 2 has a boyfriend. And so, okay, so girl 1, she is a black woman with braids. And then girl 2 is a white woman with curly hair.
And her boyfriend is the jealous type, like...
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, chillax.
Yeah, we'll actually get to that here in just a
yes,
second.
And like I said, they're going through college life.
They go to a party.
And it was a Frisbee game part. Like, what was it called?
Extreme Frisbee or something, maybe. Whatever, something like that.
They joined the team so they can just go partying, which I'm like, okay, respect.
Yeah.
And they party, and, in the next few days, they are...
Well, at that party, Devin meets this guy named Michael, who is also... So Devin's going to school to be an architect major. And that is exactly what... Michael, which is the guy, that is what he is also doing. He's an architect major. And they meet in the kitchen when he is cooking something that tastes like shit, apparently. And then we do see them go through like college life. And at one point, Celeste says that she's not feeling well, that she's feeling sick. So Devin offers to finish or to do her paper for her so she could go back and rest. That's when we see that Michael was taking pictures of her and sending it to her, freaking her out.
It did look creepy, y'all.
Yeah, and then they talk a little bit, and then she goes back to the dorm, and she happens to see a very healthy Celeste sitting on some guy's face.
And let's just say,
If you're gonna have a guy over or a girl over in your dorm,
Give him a heads up.
well, I mean, Celeste said that she tried to call Devin, but she only tried to call once. At least, like, leave something on the door, like a universal sign, like a
Sock.
a sock or a scrunchie
Or
a tie.
Hell, or even put a sign saying "Do not disturb."
Yeah, do something to.
Like, just it's pretty much, there's a little courtesy,
Yeah, if you're gonna have somebody over, if you're gonna have a guy, girl, whatever in your dorm, at least and if it happens to be like a room where both of your beds are in the same room, let your like my dorm and my college was basically set up like a little apartment. We had our living room, we had a kitchen, we had a bathroom, and then we had the bedroom that we shared. And so at least if one of us had somebody over, we could just go into the bedroom, shut the door, the other person stays out in the living room.
Yeah. I think my first college, it was just a giant room with bunk beds. The other one is what you described, but it had 2 rooms, a bathroom, and a kitchen. Mm-hmm. But like I said, yes, do the courtesy, try to warn someone or put a sign on the door, whatever, right? But also, I had to say, if you're going to fuck someone, even if they're big, don't use your roommate's bed to make the bed bigger.
Yeah, they were on Devin's bed.
They put the bed together, and don't do that. That's nasty.
Yeah.
And I also have to say one thing to the guy. Good idea of doing the eating. Just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying you gotta please your women too sometimes.
Yeah. So then they had broken one of her projects.
Not cool.
At this point, we're around like November-ish. And while Devin takes all of her stuff downstairs to the laundry room to wash everything because there was a used condom on her stuffed sloth.
Ew.
Yeah. And so while she's doing that, she calls her parents and she's like complaining to her parents, and her parents are like, "Oh, we'll bring her over for Thanksgiving." So they go to Thanksgiving. They sneak out with fake IDs to a bar, and they run into some of Devin's old classmates. And then one's pregnant, and then the next day it looks like that it's Thanksgiving Day. They're getting everything ready for Thanksgiving. The grandmother is played by the great Carol Kane,
which you might know from many shows.
She's in The Princess Bride, I do believe.
The second Addams Family movie.
She played grandma, right?
Yeah, and she also, I think she did this show called Taxi.
Yeah, I think
that's my dad's show. That was my dad's time.
I've seen a little bit of Taxi.
Yeah, like I said,
she was in The Princess Bride too, wasn't she?
Yeah,
she played Miracle Max's wife.
Yeah, she's like, liar.
Yeah, I'm not a witch. I'm your wife.
It's like, and she also played that fairy in Scrooge with Bill Murray. The Ghost of Christmas Past, a Present.
Is she?
She played
in Scrooge?
Yeah, she was the Ghost of Christmas Present who kept hitting Bill Murray. Like slapping him, punching.
I don't even remember that, but
yeah.
I'll take Mike's word for. Even though I watched it, I'll take Mike's word for that. So, everybody seems to like Celeste, and at this point, she's starting to feel resentment towards Celeste. And then her grandma comes out, which they called her Gigi. She comes out and she's like, "Hey, you can go back inside. I'll watch the turkey," because they were deep frying a turkey. So she goes in. Well, then the turkey explodes, and people start getting really upset with Devin because it was supposed to be Devin's turn. And she's like, "Well, Gigi told me I could go inside." And Celeste had saved had saved Gigi with the fire extinguisher, and then she hinted at Devin being irresponsible. So they go back to school. And just in time for Devin's 19th birthday. And Devin, over break, when they were at her family, they had, she had revealed to Celeste that she was on antidepressants. So Celeste, when Celeste decorated her part of the room for her birthday, I think she did this on purpose, but she made sure that Devin's medication was seen in one of the pictures that she had shared on social media. Well, looks like it was probably Snapchat.
Yeah, that's not cool, guys.
Yeah, so then Devin goes to the RA, which turns out to be a younger Sarah Sherman. Like, it was Sarah Sherman's character younger.
Yeah, and she's some kind of art welder, and it threw me through a loop with the short hair and the nose ring, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So, she wanted to switch roommates, and they said that she couldn't. So Devin had actually gotten an email from the RA, from Sarah Sherman's character, about switching roommates, and Celeste had seen the email. And Devin tried to cover it up. So then, during an English assignment, Celeste had actually thrown shade at Devin for a poem that she had written. Basically saying, like, she was boring and everything like that. And it should be safe to say that Devin was paying for their trip to Panama City during spring break, and a lot of other things.
Yes, but here's the thing: the ticket she got was $2,000, and I'm like, and
I mean, it could have been $1,000 a piece.
Yeah, and here's the thing: she used her dad's credit card, which was supposed to be for emergencies, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's bad. But the problem, I think the problem is she buys unrefundable. And I'm like, idiot!
Yeah.
Rule 1, if you're going to buy plane tickets, buy refundable plane tickets, just in case your trip gets canceled.
They do end up going to a party, and they had, because at this point, she's growing closer to Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes to a party, and they end up kissing. And then her brother gets sick because her brother snuck over there to go to this party. And she gives him, Celeste gives him Molly, or MDMA. And that, makes him sick. She said it was like dopamine or something like that. And Devin believes her, and then it cuts to them at spring break in Panama City.
Yeah, and Devin gets a tattoo on her ankle like Celeste with the palm trees, and I'm like, and I'm looking at it, it's like really red, and I'm like, you're not
infected.
And I'm like, you're not taking care of that.
Yeah.
And we know because
I have 8 tattoos. I don't know how many Mike has now.
13.
Mike has 13 tattoos. I have 8. So, she gets signed up. Devin gets signed up for karaoke. And she gets up and she sings Mr. Brightside by The Killers. And, she also finds out from Celeste that her brother came out to her at the party. But then as Devin finishes up the song, she sees Michael and Celeste making out.
Yep.
So then at this point, Devin is heartbroken because she really liked this guy. So, Devin had been asked to participate in this thing for the school, and her brother end up collaborating together to work on this project together, and it's supposed to make the school better.
Because even her brother knew Celeste wasn't a good person.
Yeah, so they end up throwing shade at Celeste. And Celeste ended up, like, in front of the whole school. And Celeste ended up moving out of their room, and she moved into Sarah Sherman's character's room.
And it turns out Celeste is rich.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So they go, so Devin and her brother Alex go to the liquor store or some sort of convenience store, and they buy liquor. And Devin uses her fake ID because she's still 19. And they find out from the cash register, or from the cashier that like she had like a sister or something that had moved to Stamford, Connecticut. And then that's when they find out, or Devin finds out, that Celeste is the daughter of the CEO of Staples. And she does bring that up during the presentation. And she kind of Celeste had moved out of the room, and she went over to confront Celeste because she had woken up to many FaceTimes from her brother where someone had put up a banner in the hallway of his school. It was a fake prom proposal to the guy that her brother was into. And he was upset because he hadn't come out fully yet. I think at this point he had only come out to Celeste and Devin.
And that's not cool.
Yeah, don't out people like that. Like that's none of your business.
And also people who assume stuff out there, don't assume anything. If a girl's a tomboy, don't assume she's a transgender and try to give her hormones.
Or she's lesbian or anything like that.
Yeah, like, don't do something that could hurt someone.
Yeah. So, she goes and she confronts Celeste when she found out what room she was in. And then Celeste reveals that her and Michael had been fucking around pretty much since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Which I had a feeling as soon as they introduced Michael as Devin's love interest, I had a feeling that was going to happen. She goes, when you came to his office that one day and asked him to hang out, I was hiding under his desk because we fucked. Over spring break, we didn't just make out, we also fucked. During this break, we fucked. During this time. And then Devin set the place on fire.
Yeah, and pretty much set the whole dorm on fire. Then everyone is out, you know.
You see girl number 2 getting her boyfriend's outside, and he's like, what's going on here? And she's like, that's a firefighter, like he's trying to help me. And
girl number 1 says, you just break up already.
Yeah. So yeah, he was very possessive and controlling.
Not cool.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't be like that.
No. And pretty much,
I mean, in the movie it was funny, but in real life it's not.
No. And was it Devin is getting covered by her family? Celeste's father shows up being an ass with a too young wife, by the way.
Yeah, the wife is actually only 2 years older than Celeste. Ew. So yeah, and she has a baby. So at this point, so then the story ends basically.
Celeste is working at Staples because she got cut off.
Yeah, because she got expelled 2 more times from a school, and then her father cut her off, so now she's working at a Staples. Devin ended up going to jail for 2 months, where she becomes friends with Louise, her cellmate, who was in jail for stealing. And actually in Devin's hometown, Devin's like, that was you? And she's like, yeah. And then they became best friends.
Yeah, and she's played by Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like that show, I'm not getting into that.
Yeah, so then Michael ends up going, or he started up a restaurant called Miguel's, and it failed because his food tasted like shit.
Yeah.
And then her brother decided that he wasn't going to go to college, and he does something with his fiance, which is the guy that he had asked to, or he had inadvertently, or he didn't ask to prom, but the guy that he was crushing on. They're engaged.
Yeah, it was some kind of podcast.
Yeah, and then Devin and Louise made a agricultural, or not agricultural, architectural firm. It was pretty successful after that. Devin only spent like 2 months in prison for arson, which I think you get more than just 2 months.
I just think it was, at least it ended on a crappy note. Like, not a crappy note, just like a harsh note, because normally these whole girly friendships, they make up at the end. I'm like, I'm glad they didn't, because I was glad it was something different.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I was definitely rooting for Michael and Devin, and to know that a guy, like, I know guys like that exist, and it's crappy, but I was kind of hoping that it wasn't gonna go down that route, but it did. And I could see it like from a mile away that it was going to happen. The only thing that they never resolved was Devin's parents not saying anything about her using the credit card.
The father kept bringing it up, like, you used the emergency credit card to buy plane tickets that are unfundable.
Did they?
Yeah, the father kept complaining, and even Devlin brought up during spring break about paying her back, and Celeste just got pissed about it.
I must have missed that part, because there was a few times where I was looking at my phone during the movie.
Same. It's
not bad.
It's, how can I put this? It's a 7 out of 10 at best. It's okay, but like I said, it's more of the new generation type deal that maybe we're not into. Now, if it was like older people, like, we can understand, because like people, like celebrities we know, these are celebrities we are new to us, don't know, and it's, but like I said, it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's fairly decent.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys should give it a watch. It's on Netflix. If you guys like, Sadie Sandler, because I mean, she's been in a lot of different movies, but she didn't really gain any traction until You're So Not Invited to My Bar Mitzvah.
Yeah, and that was also mostly focused on Adam Sandler's second daughter. And like I said, it's on Netflix. Watch it. If you are, like I said, what's next week's hint, Jules?
So next week's hint is going to be Witch.
Yes, and this is going to be another thing another anime type deal.
Yeah, we're not going to tell you exactly what type of anime.
Nope.
But I'm excited to talk about this because we haven't talked about it yet.
And it's my favorite.
It's one of my favorites too. So, thank you to everyone that has subscribed. We are now up to 140 subscribers. 10 more and we will hit our goal for the year, which is 150 by the end of the year. So, let's try to get us up to 150. So thank you to everyone of you that is new that has subscribed.
Yep.
That means a lot to us. We are trying to make something out of this, and having you guys support us like this helps out a lot.
Yep.
So, like, subscribe, comment below if you've seen it, or give us any juicy, horrible roommate stories, because I would like to hear some of those, or read some of those. So leave those down in the comments below if you have any. And we will see you guys later. Bye.